SEO isn't new. It's been going around for a very long time. Heck, I've been at SEO for over 10 years. With all the data out there, there must be a formula that we can all copy, right? Well, there is. Hey everyone, I'm Neil Patel, and today I'm going to break down how to build pages that rank #1 on Google consistently. What are these things that you need to know if you want to continue to rank #1 or even on page 1 of Google? So here's some data that we found around the web. And a lot of the data that we found is from Backlinko, Authority Hacker, and Ahrefs. So let's dive right in. The first trend that we saw, ask a question in your title. Question-based title tags typically see a 14% higher CTR rate. In other words, you want clicks. If you rank #2 on Google and someone ranks #1, but your listing gets more clicks than the #1 listing, what do you think that tells Google? It tells Google that the #2 listing should be #1 and the #1 listing should be #2. So consider asking a question within your title tag. Not only did Backlinko have that data, but also ClickFlow by Eric Su found similar data points as well. So in other words, ask questions within your title. The second thing that we found is title tags between 15 and 40 characters tend to do really well. Although it was once that, hey, you want to have a title tag that's as long as possible, as many keywords in there, we found that nowadays, shorter title tags do extremely well. One of the big reasons for this is a lot of us are on mobile devices now. We're no longer just using laptops or desktop computers. A lot of us use mobile devices. Heck, Google now has more searches from mobile devices than they do from desktop computers. It shows you that short and to the point does very well. Now here's something interesting. It's not just title tags, but Etsy also did a study and they found that when they also make their URL shorter, not just their title tags, they found that it actually performed better than longer ones. The third tip I have for you is to add meta descriptions. I know this seems common sense, but everyone's like, yeah, we all have meta descriptions. Well, a lot of the sites that we're seeing when we're crawling using Ubersuggest, with our own app, we found that over 30% of the sites that we're crawling on a daily basis don't even have meta tags. Instead, they're just letting Google place a meta description for them. Now, here's the thing. By adding a meta description, you can get 5.8% more clicks. It's simple, it's easy to do, because that way you're controlling the language, the text, the message that you're conveying, which makes your copy more appealing than your competition. Fourth tip I have for you, optimize for featured snippets. According to Ahrefs, 50 to 65% of all the #1 spots are dominated by featured snippets. And adding structured markup to your site helps with that. It also makes your site very mobile friendly, which can help you get more traffic as well. So add structured markup because that way it'll increase the odds that you can be placed in the featured snippet box. The fifth tip I have for you, keyword placement and density. It still matters. According to a study done by Authority Hacker, after they analyzed 1 million SERPs, it was determined that placing your keywords in H1 tags, meta tags like the meta description, title tags, all of this showed a much higher correlation to ranking on page 1. So in other words, the basics, the old school tactics that we used to do 6, 7, 10 years ago and really emphasize on, they still matter. Roughly 1% keyword density is what you want to stay at. Staying, at 5%, 4%, all of that is too much of keyword stuffing. And these days, Google algorithm is smart enough that they know that when you talk about dog food, that's also similar to talking about a pit bull, dog food, or puppy food, and all those type of keywords are related. In other words, they have this big built-in thesaurus, dictionary, and they can figure out what people really mean. They know that when you're typing in apple, if you're looking for apple that you eat or an Apple computer. So you don't need to stuff as much as you used to years ago. And hey, if you're trying to figure out how to do all of this for optimizing for your title tags, meta tags, H1 tags, you don't have to do this manually anymore. You can just put in your URL into Ubersuggest and click on the site audit report in the left-hand navigation, and it'll tell you what changes you need to make to optimize for specific keywords. The sixth tip is to add your keywords in the URL. On average, URLs with keywords had a 45% higher CTR than URLs that did not contain the keyword that people are searching for. You've seen these clickbaity title tags and meta descriptions, and sure, doing those kind of things can help, but having your keyword in the URL also tells the searcher that, hey, this result is what I'm looking for. The 7th tip I have for you, optimize for the parent topic. A good example of this is the SEO Beginner's Guide by Moz. So Moz has a lot of articles on SEO, but if you look at their Beginner's Guide, they have this main page that talks about SEO and its overview. Then they go into each and every single different section of SEO, from on-page optimization to link building, and they all flow back up to the parent page through internal linking. Now, when you do that, it helps you rank higher. Now, last but not least, the 8th tip I have for you, according to a study by Brian Dean, long-form pages are the most predominant on page 1. Long-form content gets 77% more clicks and much more social engagement. Now, that doesn't mean that if you just write long copy, you're automatically going to get on page 1, assuming that people want to read the long form. If someone's just searching for 2 plus 2, they want the answer that 2 plus 2 equals 4. They don't want a 5,000 word article. But if you have a long, in-depth article that makes sense for what people are searching for, it's in-depth, it's providing value, it's educating them, it's making whatever they're reading super actionable and they know what to do next, that'll work. That'll help you get on page 1 because you're providing the best user experience.